it's Coronation Day. We are here in the UK. We've been on an extended holiday here, and we thought, well, it's an epic coronation of King Charles III. We have to do something to celebrate, and we're gonna do just that. Oh, we tried to walk away from where all the loud music was, but it is surround sound in the streets of Newcastle, which is where we are today. We contemplated going to London. We initially thought we would go to London, but then the idea of actually being in London kind of made us a little bit nervous about doing that, having to wait a long time. And hey, we saw King Charles last fall when we were at Buckingham Palace. We saw him drive by, so I feel like we already checked that off our list. So yeah, today we're in Newcastle. We have come to Times Square, which has a viewing of the coronation, and then we're just gonna have a fun day, maybe drink at some pubs, and just celebrate like a local here today.
We weren't really sure what to expect with this. We were talking to our friends that live here in Newcastle, and they made it sound like it was going to be crazy, and it probably will be later, but we got here really early and we're one of a very few people here right now.
Here in Times Square, they have all these seats and stuff set up, which we weren't really expecting. They've got a screen over there. It looks like they're playing the inside of Westminster Abbey right now. It's about 9:20 this morning. This area is supposed to open up in about 10 minutes, and yeah, there are very few people here right now. Whoa, we're kind of freaking out right now because they just, oh dang. They just showed Nick Cave on the screen over there, and we're kind of freaking out about it. Jeremy just pointed out that they have Eurovision banners here because Eurovision is this coming week and next weekend. We actually tried to get tickets to it because it's happening in Liverpool, but man, they sold out and we could not. We were like, we'll just go to like one of the early showings, it doesn't matter, but we couldn't get any tickets. We couldn't find a hotel. So yeah, Eurovision, not in our future, but maybe we'll find a place to watch it like this.
It's opening the gates, we can go in.
Yes! All 6 of us. This is our picnic table. This is perfect. It looks like we have a selection of beer, cocktails, coffee and donuts. Everything you need for a coronation. But where is the coronation chicken is what I have to know. Jeremy got us 2 beers, but then I realized that they have Parma Violet gin. So I'm double fisting with a double Parma Violet gin and tonic and a latte, which looks lovely. And Jeremy's now has 2 beers. I think as Americans, this whole ceremony is a little bit unusual for us, but I think the one of us that's confused the most is our dog. She is like, what is this? Where are we? Something's happening in the streets of London.
Rainy day now is Lord Ford, John Ford, the Lord Speaker.
Guess what it's not doing where we are?
Raining.
Yeah, correct.
Yes, it's raining in London right now.
They brought the horses out, so I'm excited. If you are one of our American viewers, or you live somewhere where you don't really know what exactly the coronation is, kind of like we were before we came here, it's basically the official ceremony to crown King Charles as the monarch. A couple facts that I thought were interesting. The last one was Queen Elizabeth in 1953, so it's been 70 years. And I guess this is a tradition that has been happening for hundreds of years. Usually takes place at Westminster Abbey in London, which it is again today. And some of the ceremony itself sounds a little bit odd. Like, I guess they actually anoint King Charles with like a holy oil, which as an American, that just seems a little bit unusual. But you know, you do you, Britain, you do you. We're here to celebrate, and we're all about it. It is about 10 now, an hour before the official ceremony starts, and it's still fairly empty here. King Charles's carriage is en route to the Westminster Abbey now.
Makes his way to be the 40th monarch crowned in Westminster Abbey. The
40th person to be crowned in Westminster Abbey.
This journey he's made so many times.
I think the 62nd overall, which is just crazy.
Keep an eye on her.
This is our first time ever experiencing any kind of event like this. here or in America. Like, we don't really pay attention to any of the royal weddings or anything, but I'm curious because like this is one of those things where I'm always going to remember that this is where we were for this event. I'm curious if you have those for other events, like where were you when, you know, like Charles and Diana got married, or like, you know, any kind of historical event, like even the Jubilee, like where were you for that? Just curious. Do you remember that as like a vivid memory? And have you ever gone to London to see one of these things? Because I don't know about you, but that seems like a lot. Like no matter what the event is.
Yeah, the royal weddings, the Jubilee, this. I mean, I'm sure this is probably the biggest one in a long time, but it all just seems like a lot.
I just love seeing all of the horses. This is honestly the highlight for me, is all of the horses.
We were recently in Scotland and met up with Kara's grandma, who asked us if we had gone to the stables at Buckingham Palace or near Buckingham Palace, where you can see the carts, or the ornate carriages. They're not carts, they're carriages. And I guess the horses, which we have not done. And I'm assuming Kara probably wants to do that next time we're in London.
If it's true that you can go see the royal horses, yes, sign me up. I want to do that. They're just saying that the horses are actually kept at Windsor because the Queen used to use them for her private use. I feel like we're learning so much just from watching this.
Especially about horses for you.
Yeah, that's the highlight. We convinced our friends Sean and Caroline to come hang out. They were just gonna hang out at home
You
and
got me out of bed to come in this very busy place.
the rest of the seating is not super full, but the picnic tables are all pretty packed. There's Harry, there's our American royalty. He's almost there.
The chapter, the governing body.
I love that they have shown all of the different people that are attending, like Tony Blair and Stephen Fry, but I think our favorite, Jeremy and I, we got really excited when we saw Nick Cave sitting in Westminster Abbey.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh no! Now we'll never know what he's wearing.
Hey, they brought it back.
Important music is starting. It sounds like he's gonna get out of the carriage now. There he is. And what's he wearing? The state of something?
Look at the state of him.
Prince and Princess of Wales.
William and Kate
again.
going in after the king? Is that normal? Is that a thing? When is the last time in modern day that you saw a scepter?
Probably in a museum.
Yeah, fair. This is like the epic conclusion of a Marvel movie or something.
And to give thanks for his life of service to this nation, the realms, and the Commonwealth.
They're presenting King Charles with a handsome new Bible now, apparently.
Can inanimate objects be handsome?
They can now. I have to say, it's filled out pretty well in here now.
The Lord of God, the blind see, the bruised and broken-hearted are healed.
Spoiled. I really enjoy that all this song is singing. It's just King Charles. I love how when the thing gets quiet, that it gets really quiet here too. He's got a new outfit on.
Presentation of regalia, starting with the spurs by the Lord Great Chamberlain.
I don't know what any of that means. I do like that there is a narrator who's telling us the significance of the different pieces of the ceremony and why they are what they are. It's helpful. It gives us context.
King and people.
So people are giving him presents now? Is that what's happening?
He's basically taking off all his
The glove, brought by the Sikh representative Lord Singh. Demonstration of the sovereign's promise.
That is one big crown. He appears to be walking somewhere with all his things. Now Camilla gets a crown.
The scepter.
Oh, she gets a scepter too?
Justice and mercy may be seen in all the earth.
When it was sunny out, Carly would have given this a 10 out of 10, but now that it looks like it's gonna rain, she's not so excited about it. Do you think Nick Cave is singing along to the holy ceremony song?
He might be. He might be.
I guess I'm a little bit surprised by how religious this ceremony is. In the US, we have the separation of church and state. I mean, there still is religion in our government, like the back of our dollar bill says, "In God we trust." But I guess I just didn't expect it to be this religious of a ceremony. I mean, it does take place at Westminster Abbey. It makes sense. There is the Church of England. But I don't know, this was a little bit different than I was expecting.
It makes sense, but I didn't really know what I was expecting either, honestly.
The ceremony is wrapping up and it's clearing out in here as well. Woo! That's a wrap. I mean, at least as the ceremony's concerned.
I think so, for the most part.
Let's go get some food and have party time. Yeah. We came across the street from Times Square to the Dog and Parrot. They definitely have a vibe of not celebrating the coronation here, which that's okay because what they are celebrating is cool hip music. I'm into it. They were playing the Smiths when we got here.
Playing the Strokes now.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I'm great with this. Like, we're gonna celebrate this in our own way. Plus they have Diet Coke in a bottle. That's really all I need. Came outside and it looks like Charles and Camilla are waving at everyone from Buckingham Palace, so it doesn't look like we've missed much. Holy cow, that is a crowd. I'm sure that being in London for this event would be it would be an experience, but man, I would not want to be in the crowds there right now. That seems terrible to me personally.
A lot.
It is now raining a lot. I am back at the hotel. Jeremy went to see the Guardians of the Galaxy movie with Sean and a couple other people. And, well, we've had a lovely day. I think it was an interesting experience to be here in the UK for the coronation. I learned a lot today. Carly, how was your first coronation in the UK? Pretty good. The coronation festivities are continuing throughout the weekend. Monday is a bank holiday here, which is exciting for those of you who get to celebrate it. And we are probably gonna go to our friends for a game night while we watch the coronation concert at Windsor Castle. I'm curious if you did anything today or are doing anything this weekend. What are you doing? What are you doing to celebrate, if anything? Let us know. Being here in the UK, even outside of being in London, has truly been an experience. I think one of the things that Jeremy and I have both really enjoyed is just seeing, kind of the news and like the hype getting ready for it. All of our travels so far, just seeing different things in the windows of places. Right now on TV, there's an episode of Britain's Got Talent where they are looking for people to perform for the king as part of his coronation celebration. So I just think that everything that kind of ties around it is such an experience to be here for, aside from just the ceremony. If you are a regular viewer, you might be wondering why the heck we were last in Brighton and now we are in Newcastle, and that is because we put this video a little bit out of order. We have been running around the last few weeks doing all kinds of stuff, so those videos will be out soon. We put them out as soon as we can. We promise we will show you what we've been up to soon, but make sure you follow us on Instagram if you want to see where we are currently, because we try to keep that updated pretty regularly. We have so many travels ahead on our extended holiday here in the UK. We've had a great time so far. If you have not seen our video about the things that we love about the UK, make sure that you check that out. Thank you to our patrons for supporting our channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon. Back down south again is what you'll see next.